You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, ladies? How y'all doing? It's your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Hope everybody is doing well, y'all. The new year is already starting off awesome. If a lot of you did not notice by now, if you have not heard, I have started my own intervention services in which I will be servicing individuals who are court ordered or court mandated to take domestic violence classes. Also for those who are court ordered to take anger management. So this is my new journey in which I have begun, and I must say I'm very excited about it. So nevertheless, anybody who is court mandated or court ordered to take anger management or to take family domestic violence, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I'll leave my information in the end at the video. If your judge or if your probation officer within your state will allow you to take a class out of the state of Georgia, as long as it's certified, I'll be more than welcome to assist you on that. But let me get into this right away, right? Because it's been a while. We have a lot of catching up to do, and I'm going to be doing my side chick chronicles periodically, in which I will address these situations in which there's any situations in which side chicks or in married men are basically in situations in which they are exposing their nature, their true character in themselves. And I felt it was very imperative that we talked about this, because a lot of women are wondering, why are these married men, why are they settling for below average women? Why are they settling for women that are nowhere on the level of their wives, that don't have the education their wives have, in some cases not even the looks, not even the class? Why are these married men aiming for the below the barrel, that low hanging fruit? And it's a lot of factors that apply to that, and that is where I'm going to break down all of those elements, because it's a lot of women out here that are going through what Melody is going through or has gone through. There are women out here who's going through what Princess is going through with Ray J. It's a lot of this going on. But what I find the irony is that it's so many of the married wives that are being disrespected because of their husband's actions. Same thing with Kirk and Rashida. Everybody's going in on Rashida and attacking her, calling her stupid, calling her weak, because she is still respecting her vows and honoring her marriage, although her husband chose not to. Same thing with a lot of other marriages out here. Everybody is going in on the woman. But rarely does anybody say anything about the side chicks. If you really, if you're going in these circles on social media, you're going to Instagram, Facebook, whenever this discussion comes up, it's automatically the wife that gets blamed for her husband's behavior. And the truth of the matter is, no woman, I don't care how beautiful, how successful she is, she has no control over her husband's actions. These men do what they choose to do at the end of the day, okay? And the wives should not be ridiculed for their husband's actions because they choose to stay in their marriage. You may call it weak, you may call it dumb, you may call it as you may even perceive her as less than a woman because you don't feel like she has the strength to leave, okay? Whatever your reasons are, at the end of the day, these men are the ones who make the decision. And yes, you do have women like Melody, for instance, that made the decision to say, you know what, no marriage is worth this stress or this level of disrespect. And we have to respect whatever decision a woman makes when it comes to her marriage. Whether she decides to stay, whether she decides to go. If you are a strong woman and you don't believe in accepting that type of disrespect, kudos to you. If you are a woman that's willing to support and see your marriage through, regardless of what other people have to say, regardless of how much you're going to get ridiculed for it, kudos to you as well, because this is a very, very judgmental world, honey. And a lot of people have so much to say about other people's situation until they get in that situation. And even if you were to get in that situation and do things differently, God has given all of us different abilities to be able to endure certain things that other people don't have the tenacity or the strength to do. Call it weak, call it gullible, call it desperate, whatever you want to call it. But the irony is, no one says anything about these side chicks. I've seen people have more sympathy for Ariana than they have Melody. I've seen people have more sympathy for Jasmine than they did Rashida. And my thing is, the wives have done nothing wrong. Why are the wives catching all the heat? Why are the wives being disrespected? Okay, over not what they did, what their husband did. A man is going to do what he chooses to do. And at the end of the day, the wife has to make a decision. If she's going to stand by him or if she's going to leave. But the main people who needs to be blamed is the husband who violated his marriage and the side chick who was a willing volunteer and participant in dealing with him, knowing he was married. Those are the two main individuals that need to be blamed. But the internet, the world has everything hella backwards. We want to hold who we want to hold accountable. Okay? And of course, women who are side chicks are going to side with the side chicks. Well, she should have been pleasing her man. She should have been doing what she needed to be doing. That's that side chick philosophy. You know what I mean? Of foolery and condoning this type of behavior. And the same thing. The wife gets blamed for it. Well, why did she marry him? Why did she stay with him knowing she was a cheater? There's nowhere in the Bible that says a woman is less than a woman because she chooses to honor her vows. But let me tell you some of the scriptures that the Bible does say and does recognize when it comes to marriage. And this is why y'all need to be ridiculing and going at the right people. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4. Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled. For God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. So with that being said, if the wife has not violated her marriage, has not cheated on her husband, the word already states who needs to be held accountable. It already says that God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous, which would be the side chick, okay, which is the adulteress, and the sexually immoral, which is the husband who is violating his vows and not honoring and respecting his marriage. So I'm gonna need all these sisters out here to get it together and stop being on the side chick praise and worship service team. You know, it's too many women, too many of y'all are on the side chick praise team. Y'all are praising the side chicks, just like y'all praised Portia when Simon left Fallon. Everybody want to give all this praise and worship or whoreship service to these whores, to these Jezebels. And Portia is no exception to the rule, nor is Ariana, nor is Sukiana, and we're going to get into that later. So the Bible already states this, right? So I'm going to need y'all to ease up on the wives and lit the fire to where it needs to be lit, which is the married men and the side chick. Proverbs chapter 6 verses 32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. That is a living proof. We are seeing Martell constantly destroy himself. Now he has had to sell his own home to himself so he can make the money off of it. It's just been a spiraling downfall for him. There's been no growth since he, caused Melody to have to divorce him. And he's out here in the streets looking hella bad. To the point that you had to do a side chick show with some female that you found off the street, like you found her off of Figueroa in California, and asked her, would you please come and do this podcast with me and my side chick, and act like you've been with Marceau. It just was not convincing to me. I would not say Marceau is innocent at all, but that podcast, it just was not authentic, and it just goes to show how Martell has learned absolutely nothing from this. For you to act like you have any love for Mel, which we know you don't, you never loved Mel the way you pretended that you did, just shows that you have not grown up not one bit. What married man, even though he lost his marriage, would not be ashamed or embarrassed to do a podcast with his side chick just to help her feel like she has some relevance? And I truly believe that Martell is fighting with all his might to help Ariane get some type of relevance. And it's simply because he's butt hurt that Melody will not kiss his ass. And if he can convince Carlos or convince anyone to give Ariane a shot, he's going to do that. To the fact that not only did they call themselves outing and exposing Marceau of this supposedly side chick, they made the podcast mostly about them. Did you notice that Ariane kept bringing up situations with them? To me, the podcast, that was her way of letting Melody and everybody know how much her and Martell was getting it in. She wanted everybody to know more than Martell was willing to admit. And the fact that he's so childishly and less of a man fell for the okie doke, went along with it, just goes to show how bitter and petty and pathetic he really is as a man. For you to do a podcast with your side chick, and I learned more about them than I did the situation with Marceau. We learned about y'all having sex in the back of the SUV. We done heard all kind of disrespectful, low down Jezebel and incubus sexual immorality activities that both of these two basically partaked in and participated together. And I felt like Ariane really wanted so badly for everybody to know how many times her and Martell have been with each other sexually. Because in her mind, she thinks she has the ultimate prize between her legs. And she feels like that is the very thing that has willed Martell in under her will, under her possession for now. Not understanding that Martell is only hanging on because he has no place else to go. And he has tarnished himself from any grown woman of real value and substance of even getting close to him. Okay, so let's get into this, right? Make sure y'all hit that like button for everybody who's entering the chat, y'all. There's a lot that needs to be discussed, but we talk about Martell and we talk about Ariane Air Mattress and Melody a lot, and I'm still going to speak on that a little bit. But I wanted to kind of channel in a little bit on your boy Ray J. Okay, now we all know Ray J, who is the brother of Brandy. We've witnessed his clown shenanigans over the years, and Ray J has that man-child Peter Pan won't grow up complex syndrome, and he gives me Napoleon vibes. And the reason I say that is most short men of his height, they always feel like they have a point to prove by being very egotistical, by being very obnoxious, and they constantly, and same thing with Kevin Hart, right? They constantly feel they could only feel like a man, or could only feel like they have masculinity is through women validating him. Kevin Hart knows good damn well if he didn't have the money he had, that Aniko would not be with him. Let me just kind of show y'all that right quick. Let me just kind of show y'all right quick. These short men who run into money, run into success, they really start smelling themselves. Okay? We all know Aniko, as pretty as she is, she would not be with no damn Kevin Hart. Let's keep it 100. Okay? Same thing with Princess and Ray J. Alright? You give these short dudes, okay? You give these these below average height men an opportunity, they start smelling themselves. Ray J has definitely done that. You have to realize what Ray J has always fought to come from under the shadow of being Brandy's brother. He's always felt like he's had to prove himself, and because of that, we've seen him act an ass multiple times, in public. We've seen him get out of character. We've seen him be obnoxious. We've seen him, embarrass himself, embarrass his family. And most importantly, lately, he's been embarrassing his wife, okay? And Princess should have definitely known what she signed up for, because I can't show it because last time I showed it, they flagged my video. But even when they was on Love and Hip Hop and he pushed her in the pool. Now, I will say that she pushed him first, where she kept throwing things at him, provoking him. And instead of him being a man and just walking away, he decides to push her in the pool because he has feminine emotional traits, okay? Some of these men out here are more emotional than women when they can't have their way. That's the same thing with Martell. That's why Martell is going around here being messy, acting like a bitter black woman, gossiping, telling everybody's business, airing out dirty laundry. That's just something real men don't do. But when you're dealing with a man that has feminine energy, he's very moisturized, the moisturized Martell. Matter of fact, that's going to be my new name. I got so many names for Martell. My other name I got for Martell is Fire Marshal Martell, because he's always lit up fires everywhere he goes. He's always, like Melody say, being the king of chaos, the agent of chaos. He's always starting mess. And, he's always causing confusion because he is a miserable, bitter black woman. Martell is a miserable, bitter black woman. That's why he's airing out everybody's laundry. That is what the average bitter black woman does. When her life is not going right or things are not going her way and she feels like everybody else is getting ahead and she's not, she acts out. She gossips. She airs out everybody's secrets and just being a band, and y'all know what a band is, right? So, with that being said, when you're dealing with these emotional dudes like Moisturized Martell and Ray J, who's always been babied, you have to realize Ray J is the baby in the family between him and Brandy. And I would like to thank Brandy's parents for creating him to be the monster that he is. And Brandy's mother definitely calls him Sonia. She's like another Marlene, like Martell's mother. Only difference is she's more business headed, and she knows how to make money. She has a lot more hands in on Brandy and Ray J's career. But I don't even think Sonya is even really dealing with Ray J, and it's many reasons behind that, and I'll talk about that another time. But let's get into it, right? I want to play this video for y'all because your boy Ray J has been he has been dumpster diving, okay? He's been digging in the dumpster. And I say this with all due respect because some of you women out here may be fans of Sukiana. But for those of you who are not fans of Sukiana, let me just let you know this. Sukiana is a ratchet, hood-bound female rapper. She's like a version of Sexy Red. In fact, her and Sexy Red are friends, right? To be honest, when I first learned about Sukiana, I learned about her when people just kept discussing and talking about all of her videos on Instagram. And me not being a fan of today's rap music, because I'm from the 80s, 90s, the Salt and Pepper, the Tupac, the Biggie. I'm kind of from that area. The MC Light, you know. That's kind of more my temperature, right? I looked into her video because I kept hearing her name a lot, just to kind of get an idea what type of female rap artist she is. And when I say she's no Nicki Minaj, she is like a Pornhub version of Nicki Minaj. Okay, because the video I saw, in which there was a lot of females standing around a pool, twerking, making it clap, you know, a bunch of women wearing two pieces. And the fact that I saw her actually tongue one or two of these women in a manner in which only a man should be doing already speaks volumes as to what type of female she is. She's really, really out there, and she's been very explicit. And don't get me wrong, every era we've had explicit rappers, but these female rappers today, they take it to a whole nother level. They rap about you tossing a man salad. They're encouraging women to eat between the cheeks of a man. These are the type of messages and the type of lyrics they put out there to the world. So one would think that if a woman is talking about doing lyrics in which she's encouraging women to lick toes and booty holes and jelly rolls and till all the money folds and all this and that, you know, whatever, right? This just goes to show you, if they rap that way, they also have that same mindset. So being that Ray J has tutti frutti tendencies to me, I would not be surprised that he would be willing to jeopardize his marriage for a female who raps about eating between how she eats between male cheeks, and she promotes that. And y'all can say all y'all want, oh, well, that's just for entertainment, she's just trolling. No, the way she acts and carries herself on top of the lyrics that she raps, she definitely gets down like that. And like I said, I personally seen a video where her mouth doing things to another woman that a woman should not be doing, at least not out publicly. Okay, so Sukiana is one of those type of females. She's very bold and proud of her ratchetness. Okay, she wears it like a badge of honor. So I just kind of wanted to let y'all know who she is, because I know some of my classic women like, who the hell is a Sukiana? I don't know any of these people. But that is what she does. Now let me kind of show you some pictures of her, so you can kind of hope it ain't nothing to you know, where YouTube will, you know, bother me. Okay, so some of these pictures are clean cut, and we want to keep it rated G as much as possible. Okay. And she's even said that she wants out of the music business, but she's admitted that she sold her soul to the devil. And because she has, once you make that deal, you can't just want to get out the game because you're tired of it. And what it is, once you put on that ratchet persona, you have to keep that. And it gets old talking about, you know, tossing men salads and sucking on balls and scrotum sacks. I mean, how many times are you going to keep rapping about stuff like that, right? It becomes an overkill, and eventually it gets old. Now, this is the old Sukiana before she started making some money. Now that she's making some money, she done got her face done. You know how the industry does. The industry will sooner than later change you and make you out to be something that you're not naturally born to be. So let's get into this. Let's just go to the video, because I want y'all to see for yourselves. Shout out to All Access Media. Make sure y'all hit that like button. She breaks it down relatively well. It was a lot of content creators that spoke on this situation, but I really liked her approach. So let's get into it.
Well, guys, it seems like Princess Love woke up being on her messy side, and she decided to expose the fact that Ray J and Sukiana be texting or had something going on. Now, she did say she did this because Ray J went through her phone or something like that, but I don't think that Ray J exposed anything. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So Princess posted on her Instagram story, and you guys know, if you watching that Drewski video with Ray J, you know Ray J has his font big is HELL. So he says, I still got your pea juice on me. I kept it on, haven't took a shower yet. Suki allegedly says, do you think I was being too something? And then I guess Ray J sent this picture to Sukiana, and then Princess Love says, guys, I promise I don't care, but since we're posting screenshots. So I guess Ray J did post some screenshots of something that came from Princess's phone. So in the comment section, somebody said, or he was effing Suki, or is they together? And Princess Love responded and said both, that they were together and they were just effing around. She then says, I don't want Ray. He went through my phone and I was being petty, returning the favor. And then someone else said, Princess, don't nobody want Ray J but you. And Princess Love responded and said, not even me.
So I want to pause on that. So basically, Princess and Ray J is still technically married. And he has been having some inappropriate relations, obviously, based off the text messages with Sukiana about her dumpster juice being on him. And, yeah, so y'all pretty much get a good perception of how Ray J gets down. And now she's acting as if she don't want him anymore. She's trying to air him out to make Ray J look bad, but she's actually making herself look bad because this is your husband. Okay, this is the man who you chose and who you have your children from. But let's carry on.
Now, Sukiana did post and delete a video where Ray J accidentally, or should I say Ray J, pushed Princess in the pool or little pond, whatever you want to call it. We all remember that scene from Love and Hip Hop. And then that's when Princess Love decided to post a picture of Sukiana with a piece of poo in her mouth. So there was a comment that Sukiana responded to, but now I can't find it. But anyway, somebody asked her what was on Ray J's shirt, and she responded and said that it was SHIT.
So, do y'all ladies get a real strong perception of what I'm talking about? Of a whole nother level of ratchetness, right? And the thing about Princess, like a lot of women out here, they think because you look better than your significant other, mistress, or side chick, that automatically gives you an advantage. And let's just be honest, these men don't care about looks when it comes to the hot pocket. It's all about what's quick and convenient. So there's no such thing as another woman being better than you. It's just that she's easier and she's more convenient. But at this point, you can tell Princess is definitely feeling some type of way. That's why she's posting all of these pictures of herself wearing these nice, sexy dresses. She needs to feel validated that she's still pretty, because she feels that Ray J picked a below average, low-hanging fruit female over her. So she's trying to seek some validation.
So basically, Sukiana and Ray J have been exposed for messing around or being in a relationship or whatever they have going on, and it was Princess Love that posted it. Now, from my understanding, I could have sworn that they said that they were getting a divorce. They announced to the world that, hey, we're done, we're getting a divorce, we both wanted a divorce, this, that, and the third. But what's going on? Because I know they still have to co-parent, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, I just want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on Princess Love exposing Ray J and Sukiana. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Make sure y'all hit that like button for everybody who's coming in. I appreciate you.
Let's see. Hold on. Block. I love blocking people. You know why? Because you just poof and you're gone.
My thing is, why sit up here and post all of this, and then when people have an opinion, and it's not the opinion you want to hear, now you want to block people. Ma'am, you meant to put that out there because you want to show and prove to everybody how low down Ray J is, but it just goes to show the level of disrespect that you have tolerated. You get what I'm saying? So now you have to face this public humiliation because of the mere fact you chose to still put everything out there about what this man is doing versus you just divorcing this dude and you just moving on. It's just ridiculous.
If you're like a ghost, goodbye. Go troll somebody else. Who else is in here? I'm at my hotel. I want to go up the elevator, but I don't want the signal to fade. Wish I could play poker with you. Top my Do you play? No, I don't play craps tables. I actually don't like gambling. I don't. I like to play things where like I kind of in control. Your homegirl from 6th grade, huh? Hold on, let me go to your page. Homegirl from 6th grade. Let me see. Hey!
Okay, I'm on. She's just rambling.
It did. It was cute, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not really single, guys. I don't think I've ever been single. Hi, Janelle.
Okay, I'm trying to see if we're going to get something interesting because
I'm like, I'm telling him the story. So we're on our way to the win.
But basically, y'all get my drift. She's basically having to expose Ray J because she wants everybody to know how much of a scumbag he is, right? So I'm going to also play this right here. She kind of breaks it down pretty easy to be with the T. Shout out to her.
Okay, you guys, so Princess Love and Sukiana has been going at it online, which is very awkward, but it's behind Ray J. So Princess Love filed for divorce from Ray J in February of 2024. Now, I see some articles saying they are divorced, others saying that they are going through a divorce, so I think we can all agree, if nothing else, these two are allegedly going through a divorce. And Ray J is out here doing his own thing, and he allegedly been having his little thing going on with Sukiana. So Princess ended up texting Sukiana. Sukiana did not appreciate it at all, so she took to her Twitter to blast the messages that Princess sent her. So she said, "Hey Suki, it's Princess."
So you see how these side chicks do, right? They like to earn clout off of your misery, off of the wife's misery, and these married men make it easy for them to do. That's what Ariane has done. That's what Sukiana is doing. This is what happens when a man picks a low-hanging fruit. She wants to let the whole world know because she's so honored that somebody actually wants her in her mind, that she does not mind disgracing the hell out of a married man and his wife just to prove that she's actually desired for.
Says, "I don't want Ray. Please tell him to stop trying to suck my pee." Got a hold of his phone. Dang, it's a lot of bees in here. By the way, he said he hates when you keep calling him with no hair on FaceTime. Now that statement right there took me out. So then Princess took it upon herself to post some messages that Ray J sent Sukiana. He said, "I still got your pee juice on me. I kept it on. I haven't took a shower yet." Then she posted a picture of Ray J and he had Sukiana's chain on and her makeup on his shirt. And then she said,
and see, this is what these side chicks live for, to kill, steal, and destroy. And this is what happens when these married men lack discretion. They give these side chicks leverage in being able to expose and exploit them. But as we all know, Ray J has never had respect for Princess. Okay, he showed her that when he shoved her ass in the pool. And what she thought was, long as I get married and have children from Ray J, I'm gonna make him this changed man. Not.
Said, guys, I promise I don't care, but since we're posting screenshots,
So then she posted a screenshot of Suki looking a hot mess. Suki posted the video of Ray J pushing Princess into the pool on Love and Hip Hop, and then she posted a picture of Sukiana with her tongue looking disgusting. But Princess said, I don't want Ray. He went through my phone. I was being petty, returning the favor.
Isn't it funny how women are willing to disrespect each other over a man that has disrespected the both of them? The irony. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
But I believe it's still some feelings there. I mean, it doesn't seem like she completely doesn't have any feelings for Ray. It does seem like it's some jealousy there. But Ray has been dealing with Sukiana since the beginning of this year. He took her on a shopping spree in March, just 1 month after Princess filed for divorce. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments about this foolishness. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. The babies are good. Babies are good always.
Okay, so we already know Princess is going to get online and still try to act bougie, even though her husband is embarrassing the hell out of her. But I want y'all to kind of see the mindset that Sukiana has. This is the low-hanging fruit mindset. Okay, so I'm going to play a little snippet of this. I know a lot of y'all don't know who Sukiana is, so I just want y'all to kind of get a gist of her personality, okay? Shout out to Jason Lee and shout out to B with the T. The content I just played. Big ups to all of the content creators. Make sure y'all hit that like button and check out these other content creators. Go to their channels and subscribe. You know, we got to show each other love around here. But anyway, hit that like button.
You have a paddle next to you, which you can get right now. And on one side it says pass, on the next side it says smash. And I'm going to play this game with you where I'm going to put people's faces up on the screen and you're going to just react. Put the paddle in your hand because you had no time to think. It's just going to be smash or pass. Who you would smash or pass? Okay, ready? The first one. Nick Cannon.
Smash.
I'm going to put this down because I still want to be welcomed at Wild 'N Out.
I would smash him. Like he is very wealthy.
He has a huge penis.
He's a black. He has a huge penis. I can't take a huge.
You want to see a picture of it?
Let me see. So you got it in your phone?
Well, I get everything on my phone. I'm Hollywood Online.
Oh, somebody else. Okay, but yeah, I would say smash. Nick Cannon is a legend. He's a GOAT. So I mean, how does he treat women? Have you heard? How he treat them great? Oh yeah, that's a
father too.
Okay, that's my type. Because one thing about it, he could be my daddy. He can. If he's a great father, he can be my daddy.
Here's Nick's penis.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Mariah Carey was taking that.
Apparently all of them were.
I would be singing every Christmas Eve too.
Alright, let's go to the next one. Tristan Thompson.
I don't know him yet, but he looks nice. What does he do?
You
said pass?
Well, he plays basketball, but he's Khloe Kardashian's baby
Oh,
daddy.
that's Khloe.
Who has the kids by all the other.
Pass. I wish you the best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say pass. I'm just gonna say pass.
God bless him.
God bless you.
Okay, the next person. I already know this one. Kevin Gates.
Okay, so I probably say smash because they say me and him act just like.
You all together interviewing each other would be viral.
I'm gonna just put it in the middle, but I think he might can talk me out my panties, and I think I might can talk him out some draws.
I don't think it'd be a lot of talking. I think you guys would have such extreme energy.
I think we have a lot of chemistry, but I'm just putting it because I don't want to.
He likes nasty sex though.
Nasty.
Like eating. He love all that.
He like to eat.
Yeah, he would pee. He would let you pee on him probably too.
He would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Kevin Gates because I just feel like he's a very charming man, and I feel like he has the power and just like everything with him to make me finally be a nice woman.
You want me to call him? No. I always call people in the middle of interviews.
Yeah, no.
He's a little.
But I would give you a pass. It's like he know how to sing that, and he know how, he got some knowledge, like, you know.
So I want y'all to pay attention to her mindset. So I'm not surprised that Ray J would compromise his marriage for a female on his level. She is already letting you know that she's about that business. She's one of those chicks that's going to get all the way down. These females who are so fond of letting it be known that they be getting they booties ate, and how they like to eat men booties like Ariana. She thinks it's a badge of honor to go around telling everybody that Martell been eating her booty like M&M's. But anytime you meet these type of low hanging fruit females, this is how they think.
He's been working out to the fit and everything.
He's fine.
Okay, we're gonna go for it. Get to the main stuff.
Why we don't name it the Jason Lee Messy Show?
Why do people like saying messy? I'm only asking questions. The fans, Jimmy is somewhere right now going, yes.
Okay. Say smash.
Oh, his baby mama's gonna be sad.
Yep, she already said it. So, then
I can't. I remember she came at you.
his mama loved me. First of all,
when she was coming at you on social media, that was clout, pretty much.
it was clout. But guess what? His mama went him with a real. Yeah, his mama be in them comments too.
So I'm gonna pause it at this, y'all, because I don't want to bore y'all to death. But y'all get my drift, okay? Sukiana is one of those type of females. She embraces ratchetness. And see, let me tell you something. You have a lot of these men out here who intentionally opt for these type of women, because these type of women practically would do. They have no level as to how far they will go in the bedroom. You have some women that are very overly sexual. And while some women who may enjoy sex, like I for one enjoy sex, but there's just certain things that I'm not going to do. Even in marriage, there's just certain limits that certain women we're just not going to do. Now I will say this, when it comes to marriage, there shouldn't, it's not a bad thing if there's no restrictions in marriage. I think in marriage, every man and every woman should feel comfortable pleasing a partner however they see fit, regardless of how disgusting it is to people on the outside, because that is just for him and her to enjoy. But the problem is, when you're dealing with a very lustful man who's married, you cannot easily please a male Jezebel. You cannot please an incubus, a man who is overly sexual, because you have to realize men who have been with multiple women, and by the time they marry you, they bring those spirits with them, okay? They bring the Keisha, the Kiki, the Lily, the Tishas, whatever. They bring all their sexual experiences with them. So you as a wife, as a woman, if you don't have all of these experiences, and you only do things with them that you know within your sexual range, in many instances, this is where the she's not satisfying me comes in at. Because think about it. If you're with a man who has experienced extreme sexual pleasure beyond the norm, he's used to getting his salad tossed, he's used to a woman sucking his toes, he's used to you cleaning it up. You know, use your imagination, okay? I'm trying to be as clean cut as I can, but I have to be raw with y'all in order for y'all to understand. And he's used to all these experiences, and then he gets with you, and you're just comfortable with the ordinary, the missionary, the doggy style, whatever it is. You're used to the usual, and you wondering why this guy is still not climaxing, why he has to go several rounds, you know, before he can like reach his peak. It's because you're dealing with a man that has had too much experience with ratchet women, with community coochie, okay? A man that has had too much experience. Let's face it, some of these brothers got more mileages on their penis than a 1978 Volvo. Okay, it is what it is. There's a catch-22 with men that are very sexually experienced. They are great pleasers, okay, because they've been with enough of women to kind of know what women expect. But the downfall with that is that if they're too overly sexually experienced, it's not easy to please. It's not easy to please men on that level. They have experienced extreme sexual activity. You know, you have some men that have experience doing threesomes and foursomes. So when they are intimate with just one woman, they're not getting it all. They're not getting turned on. They're not, you know, it's not enough for them. You know, and a lot of this is in the industry, even more so. That's why you have women like Princess and all of these like women who've been with Nick Cannon. These men that have ran through multiple women. There is just no way possible that one woman can satisfy them. Or you'll have these guys, like I said, the Kevin Harts, the below average height guys, right? The Kevin Harts, the Ray J's. Unless you have a lot of confidence, like Cat Williams, got some, you know, short guys that got a lot of confidence. But for the ones who don't, where they feel like they are lacking in height, they have to compensate for that through their ego and through multiple women. And basically, that is why I'm not surprised Ray J would get with a Sukiana, a woman with that type of mindset. That's very sexually explicit. She has been with men and women, and she has no problem putting all of her business out there, letting it known, I like to suck, you know, I like to get my ass ate. You know, she is very, very vulgar and vocal. And see, for women who already put themselves out there like that, men like Ray J gravitate towards that because that's the easy bid for them, okay? They don't have to put as much energy into trying to figure out what a woman wants, right? If a man meets a woman that's very aggressive and very vulgar and vocal, I just want some dick. I just want to say, you know, he already knows, boom. I don't have to put no work into this. I can just jump on it and make it happen, right? And that's what it is with Ray J. Men who run into money, all men who just run into, in Martell's case, women that have lower self-esteem than them. It does not take much to stroke a man who lacks discipline. It don't take much to win a man over who lacks discipline. It don't take much to win a man over who's all about getting his ego stroked. It doesn't take much to win a man over as long as you're putting it out there. The only bad part about these type of men like this is the women who are married to these type of dudes, because they will constantly make you question yourself, make you question your self-worth, make you feel like you're not enough. That is why, unlike Melody, who took the high road to keep herself, to preserve her worth and her sanity, Princess is deciding to stay, and because of that, she's constantly going at Sukiana, not understanding her husband is the problem. He has no respect for her in the marriage. Not only that, Princess has to keep going on social media. Why? Because she's looking for sympathy and empathy. Because the main person who she wants sympathy and compassion from is her husband. And Ray J is not honoring that. So she's going on social media, putting all her business out there. And really, I think it's just a cry for help. Because she wants this man to love her. She wants this man to respect her. She wants this man to be a father to their children and give her that dream of the picture perfect family that she had in mind. And Ray J is nowhere near on that level. You got these dudes out here who have been overly sexualized. These incubus. And for a man to sit up here and act like, oh, my past is my past. No. You are bringing all those succubus spirits with you. Once your body has been introduced to a certain spirit, you're not just going to rid that because you're with another person. I've had guys who say, I can be with my wife and not allow my past and things I've experienced in my past to influence or dictate how I am intimate with my wife. But the truth is, once you know something, you can't unknow it. It's kind of like once you don't rode a bike, and even if you haven't driven a bike, just a regular bicycle, in years, you get back on that bike, you're going to remember how to push the pedals. That is the same thing. That is how deep sex is. Once someone has introduced you to a certain sexual position or sexual pleasure, you don't rid that. Okay? So if you're out here messing and fornicating with these prostitutes, with this low-hanging fruit, the Arion air mattress, the Sukianas, once you have introduced that, once you have had sex with these low-hanging fruit women, you have introduced your body and your marriage to a new spirit. And this is the reason why Melody left, because she could no longer, her body, her mind, and her spirit could no longer agree. Her spiritually, what I'm trying to say is spiritually, Melody could no longer maintain her marriage, because her being a woman of God, she knew there was a new spiritual disruption. There was a demonic disruption. And this is what happens when it comes to marriage, y'all. And these men bring their mistresses, bring their overly sexual escapades. They bring a new demon into the marriage. This is what ends up happening. They introduce a new spirit in the marriage that does not agree with anointing, because you got to remember, marriage is an anointing. And anytime a man has sex with another woman other than his wife, or a woman has sex with another man other than her husband, they bring a new spirit into the bedroom. It changes the dynamics. It taints the anointing. In Proverbs chapter 10 verse 9, whoever walks in the integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. These married men who step outside of their marriages, y'all are moving foul. And this is the reason why sooner than later they get exposed. You become as one with your wife. Genesis chapter 2 verses 24. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So once you marry, you and your wife are now as one flesh, or are as one body. And anytime you step outside your marriage, you have broken that covenant now, because now you have created a soul tie with someone else. This is the reason why God has put in his word the importance and the significance of not committing adultery, because it does open the pathways to a lot of demonic spirits. And then these men, they wonder why they can't grow. They wonder why they can't get ahead. Ray J has not really had any real wins the last couple of years. He's been caught up in so much drama, controversy. Nicki Minaj humiliated the hell out of him online, because he was begging, for her to sign him to her label. And she basically called him gay, like, bro, I think you got sweet tendencies, Basically, people have been looking at Ray J as a joke. That's what I'm saying, right? Nobody respects his artistry, because he's allowed the man-child syndrome to make him look like a simp in a sense. You out here taking Sukiana shopping when the ink on your divorce paper hasn't even been dried completely yet. You taking Sukiana on a shopping spree. Somebody that's way below your level, who has not been in the industry near as long as your sister and you. You should have been choosing somebody that could help you level up. You chose somebody that made you level down. Why? Because it's that low-hanging fruit theory. Same thing with Martell, right? The way the low-hanging theory goes is this. If you approach a tree and you see there's a apple tree, the apples that are ripe and are in good condition, good enough to eat, more nutritious, they are still hanging on the top of that apple tree. Okay? Because they're still ripe. They're just right. Okay? But sometimes those apples are a little too high to try to pick and bring down, unless you got like a ladder or something like that. So what tends to happen is, when a person, in this case a man, does not want to put in extra effort, he doesn't want to go get a ladder, he doesn't want to go climb that tree to get that ripe apple, what does he do? The apples that start losing value, the apples that are starting to lose its ripeness, eventually as they start dying, they start losing their value, those apples, they fall to the ground. And you have some dudes that are like this. They would rather get an apple that's on the ground, even though it's deteriorating, even though it's slightly rotted, even though it may look good on the outside, it still may have a good apple coating to it. It still may look a little shiny, but it's on the ground for a reason. It's on the ground because it's losing its value. It's not as ripe as it once was. That's why it fell off the tree and onto the ground. And that is that low-hanging fruit mindset of, I'd rather just get something that's easy. I'm not going to go and put all this work into something that, even though it is higher and it's going to require more of me and it's going to make more effort, they'd rather get low-hanging fruit. That is what Ray J, that is what Martell did, and many other multiple men. That is why they choose women that you may feel are not as attractive. They choose women that are not as educated. They choose women that are easy to manipulate, that are more simple to run game on. They do that because it's less effort. And really, in many instances, most of the things we get that people want with less effort is because they don't plan on keeping it anyway. Okay? Some people, they don't mind getting a quick temporary job. Okay? They don't mind going to the temp agency, getting a temp job, because they have already made the decision that I don't plan on working for a long time anyway. I just need to make just enough money to get where I'm going, and that's that. Unlike other people who really want a job or career, they are going to take the time to go out there and seek real meaningful longevity careers versus just going to a temporary agency. Why? Because they want something solid, they want something secure, they want something stable. That is the issue with a lot of these guys. They settle for the below average woman because they want someone that's not going to require them to do more, to be more. And in actuality, it's they have a purpose for those individuals. And in many instances, the below average woman, she's there to accommodate his sexual needs. He doesn't want her to accommodate his needs as far as helping him to build a future, helping him to give up money. As far as he's concerned, he has the wife at home for that. Okay? That is exactly what Martell tried to do. Martell did not need Ariane for business. Okay? He does now because he's broke. But at the time when he was still married to Melody, Melody was already fulfilling those shoes of the business, the finance, the income, building them. That was not what he was lacking. In his mind, he was lacking sexually. And it wasn't because Melody was not being intimate with him. Obviously, they had a baby. Sugar mama at the time. They were going on trips. Their relationship, their marriage was not that deprived. When you're dealing with a man that is overly sexual, that has had too many succubus encounters, hit the like button, y'all. I know y'all have to be enjoying the sermon today. Just make sure you hit that like button, because I'm putting y'all on with some real tea and truth, right? That is not what these men need. They don't get these mistresses. They don't get these side chicks to better themselves. They get these side chicks for temporary fulfillment. And see, what Martell is finding out, which Ray J is going to find out sooner than later, you think your penis should be your priority, but your penis in the long run is going to be the very thing that's going to destroy you. It's going to be the very thing that's going to end up taking you down. Because you're not thinking with the head upstairs. You're thinking with the head downstairs. This is why these married men settle for the below average women. They want a woman that's going to fulfill their own personal needs. It's not about building her and making her feel special. Yes, Ray J was spending money on Sukiana, and that meant the world to her because she's a below average woman. She's low hanging fruit. He couldn't have pulled that with like let me think of somebody like a Cash Doll. He couldn't have pulled the Cash Doll like that. He couldn't have pulled the Rihanna like that. He couldn't have pulled the Lori Harvey like that. Why? Because women on that level, they already used to having the best. But when you choose someone of low value, like Ariane, Martell was able to impress Ariane with a BMW that was a rental. A grown woman who's used to having nice things and luxury, she would have known, no. Unless you buy this in cash and it's in my name, I'm not interested in your BMW because you're doing just enough to keep me at bay. Not enough to where I can leave your ass if I feel like I'm not getting nowhere with you. You prostituting me, basically. You giving me just enough for you to get what you want out of me to keep me at bay. But you're not going to give me so much to the point I don't need you anymore. And that is how these married men operate, and that is why they choose women below average. So anyway, y'all, leave y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this sermon for today. You know, I got plenty more sermons coming up. But in the meantime, y'all take care. And I'll be hollering at y'all soon. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Take care.